A person died intestate, that is, without making a will. He is survived by his wife, 2 sons, and a widowed sister who depended on him for her livelihood. Situations like this are quite likely to arise. And without a will, the family would not know how the deceased wanted his assets to be distributed. The practical impact of dying intestate can be significant. The emotional toll of dealing with a loved one's death is compounded when the family is left to deal with the legal and financial complexities of the deceased estate. Will is a powerful tool that can help you protect your family and your legacy. It allows you to decide how your assets and possessions will be distributed, and it can help to ensure that your wishes are followed. The Indian Succession Act 1925 defines a will. It's a legal declaration of the intention of a testator, that is, the person making the will, with respect to his property, which he desires to be carried into effect after his death. Any person who has attained the age of majority, of sound mind, and willing to write a will can make a will. And remember, a person can make a will only on the property that he or she owns. Suppose the property is jointly owned by the husband and wife, then both individuals have to make a will. Either 2 separate wills or 1 joint will. Once you decide to make a will, the next step would be to prepare a list of your assets and identify the persons to whom you wish to pass on. Asset may be in the form of immovable property such as your house, land, and building, or movable assets like jewelry, artwork, or financial assets, which may be fixed deposits, mutual funds, and securities. While these are the conventional forms of assets, have you thought about your digital assets? Yes, assets may also be in the form of virtual digital assets. Unlike traditional wealth, you may have invested in cryptocurrencies or non-fungible tokens. And these assets can't be accessed without the private key. So, you may want to consult your attorneys on how you can include these digital assets in your will. And if not for the more serious virtual digital assets, you may also want to consider how and to whom you want to transfer details of your online accounts and passwords, frequent flyer miles, digital wallets, or online photographs. Now that you have listed your assets and wishes, it is important for you to identify an executor for your will. An executor could be a person or institution who is the legal representative named in the will. The executor is responsible to carry out the process of distribution of the assets of the will maker, or who is called the testator. Creating a will is easy, and there are a variety of options to choose from. You can even create a will online, and there are several wealth management companies today who provide online will drafting services. Or you can work with an attorney to create a more customized will. No matter which option you choose, the important thing is to make sure your wishes are documented and legally binding. It is not mandatory to register a will. However, registering it brings greater authenticity and genuineness. It can significantly reduce the chances of it being contested by the legal heirs. And now, for some quick tips while you prepare your will. Tip number 1. Collate the list of family members' details and maybe some institutions or NGOs if you wish to donate any portion of your assets. Tip number 2. For immovable assets, make sure you provide accurate details of the area, plot or survey number, schedule, etc. so that it does not lead to discrepancy. Tip number 3. If you have a lot of fixed deposits and recurring deposits, it's better to provide your savings bank account details because these FDs and RD numbers keep changing. Likewise, with small savings, insurance, and other financial investments. Tip number 4. If you wish to pass on any portion of your asset to a minor person, make sure that you nominate a guardian for the minor. Tip number 5. Make sure you sign on all the pages of the will. Tip number 6. Sign the will before 2 independent witnesses. And witnesses may be your friends, neighbors, or your colleagues. But it should not be the direct beneficiaries in the will. Take control of your future and create a will today.